Good morning, folks. It's approximately 8 a.m. Central Standard Time on February 26, 2023. Hope our courier is keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. Please make sure to hit that like button and share this across other platforms so we can let people know what's going on out in our solar system and the effects it can have here on our planet. If you happen to be new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell in case we have any critical future updates. Folks, we are currently looking at LASCO C2 in the reverse imagery, basically the ink filter, like black and white. And we are looking at not just plasma, but we're also looking at the shockwave here from a coronal mass ejection and flare from yesterday. And we had the coronal mass ejection first, and then that actually triggered the flare, which is actually kind of backwards. Usually you have the flare, and that will push off plasma, creating a coronal mass ejection. But this was just a filament that went to release as a coronal mass ejection, and then because of it swirling around or whatever, it triggered it. So it does happen occasionally, but it's kind of rare. So here was the beginning of the event in 1924, yesterday. Now this is UTC time, and then as you can see, not just the shockwave, but the plasma starting to reach outwards. And then down here, you see this, how it's coming off this way? This right here is actually the shockwave with plasma associated with it. So as you can see, as you come down here, it actually progresses. So the majority of it is going away off to the side, but with it being out this way, if that's looking right smack here at the middle of it, yeah, we're going to get some of this. We're going to get a secondary glancing blow. So we've got two coronal mass ejections, glancing blows, and this one's going to catch up to the first one. This one was pretty powerful. In fact, even though the minor radiation storm does remain in progress at this time because of it, I'll show you that here in a minute. Signals through the polar zones on high frequency radios are being suppressed. Chronograph imagery is following the M6 flare now is available, and the energetic CME is clear for us to see right here. Full halo outline is visible, although the bulk of the plasma is heading to the west, much like the event from 2 days ago. An Earth-directed flank is likely, and this could prolong possible storm conditions already expected from the M3 eruptions on Friday. The next several nights will be really good for aurora watchers, so if you happen to be out and you like taking pictures of auroras, get outside and go do it, especially if you're in the northern latitudes. Okay? Like the higher, like if you're, I'd say if you're above Michigan, the Michigan line, yeah, I'd get out there and start looking. This action is predicted to begin late on Sunday, so tonight, late tonight, between 11 and midnight, for the next couple of days, it's going to be quite interesting. Here checking out SolarHam. We can see here, we've been on SolarHam by the way, this right here is what I'm talking about. So for tonight into tomorrow, we're looking at a G2 level storm. So the G1 starts today, and then we'll get into a G2. Alright, so we'll see where it's heading at. But this is what I'm talking about right here. In fact, let me go to here. This is spaceweatherpredictioncenter.noaa.gov. This right here is actually showing the impact. We'll get to that in just a minute. I wanted to show you guys this fella right here. So this right here, you can see the northern and southern polarities of our planet. These are protons, okay, and what they're doing is they're charging the upper ionosphere here on our planet, and it will actually give us really nice auroras. Now what it does is it rides down the connection line. We have a connection line between the sun and the earth, and when the sun is, and it's directed, usually it's when it's past center. So when it's rotating away from us, and if it blasts off at about, I'd say 30 degrees, 33 degrees ahead of us, that's where our connection line is. And it will ride right down the connection line, and bam, and the protons travel super fast, like at the speed of light, the same speed as the X-rays, and it will come right down, bam, and it will create this. In fact, let me show you those connection lines, what I'm talking about. Let's come to, oh, not that one, oh, not that one either. Oh, I gotta go up here. Oh, this one ain't showing it either. Alright, we'll go here then. We'll go do it this way. Come back over here to SolarHam. Go to Open Tracker. And here we go. If this will tap. Okay, you see these little black and white lines? These are our connection lines, magnetic connection lines that keep us connected to the planet. It rides right down these things and boop, and it pops us. So as you can see here, it's showing at noon tomorrow is when we are expecting that impact. So tomorrow afternoon, right at noon, we're going to be getting, I think, a combination of both. Now, this is Enlil, okay? This is NASA's model. Okay, this is NASA's Enlil model. Again, Enlil being the Anunnaki wannabe god. Yeah, this is it right here. So, and this is the Earth. So we're looking at noon tomorrow. At least that's what this Enlil model, prediction model, is saying. Now let's see what the other one is saying. This right here is Space Weather Prediction Centers, or NOAA's, and they're showing it to... Oh wait, this is the first one. This isn't even the second one. Wait a minute here. What's going on here? Something ain't right with that. I'm not liking the look of that. Let's come back over to here. Okay, here it's showing the 27th. Well, it might even be the 28th actually, because this actually, I believe this showed both of them. Yep. So here was the first one. Let's go ahead and click on this. So here's the first CME that we would be getting a glancing blow by, and then this one comes in behind it. Oop. Come on. See, and it catches up, making it stronger. Bam. So when we get that little, according to NOAA, that little clip, we're going to get about 30 centimeters cubed. But that's their prediction. We've also got the other prediction model over here on ISWA, or not ISWA, excuse me, the European Space Agency, their Euphoria model. And we can see here that we start getting our spike right at 1600. So that's about right. I would say Euphoria's got a pretty good model. So there's the first impact. Now you saw the second one over here. You see the second one here starting to catch up? So this one isn't quite a catch up. This one hits like shortly later. So on the 28th around probably 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe 9. Yeah, so the 27th is tomorrow. Excuse me. So the 27th, and then the next one will be on the 28th. About 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll be getting about 40 centimeters cubed. Now check this out. You guys remember that coronal hole I was telling you guys about? Yep, that's coming up here at the end of the week, and it looks like it's going to get up to 40 centimeters, if not more. This right here is from that coronal hole. So this is going to be an interesting weekend. Now we're over here at spaceweatherlive.com, and we are looking at our 6.35, M6.35, which happened at 1940 yesterday. And as you can see, she got a fat butt. Let's go take a look at it on ISWA. Sunspot group responsible is 3229. It's coming from this region right here. This is the coronal hole that's going to be getting us here come the weekend. Coronal hole number 79. Very interesting. And the first one we're going to look at here is GOES 16 on 304 angstroms of light. Now let's take a look at this bad boy. This is right before the eruption. And folks, I was just looking at this, and I'm going to tell you something. It looks like it's not just from active region 3229. It looks like the whole northern region just activated and went off as one widespread flare. Watch this. So you see here, we've got movement both from 3229 and from here. Okay, you see that? It's releasing, and then look, like all across. So let me speed it up and slow it down. Look at that. Whoop, like the whole northern side. Because this region goes off, and you can see the little shock wave across the surface over here. The whole thing just went off at one time. Boom! It was like a chain reaction. One of them went, or they all went at one shot. But as you can see, if we zoom right in there, go real nice and slow, you see the coronal mass ejection start to happen. It just kind of starts to let loose, and then it just triggered the flare. See how as it's leaving, it triggers the flare, but like it wasn't just there; it triggered it along this whole connection line. That is pretty nuts, and it did throw. Look at that. That's pretty dense, folks. Oh yeah, we're getting smacked with that. Now this actually, it was over here, and as you see it getting longer, that's because it's whipping around. It's coming from this end, and whoosh, and it's whipping around to come smack us. See that doing that? Yeah, that's a swiping movement. So it's going from this way and going whoosh, and kind of whipping around. You guys notice that whipping movement? It's kind of hard to visualize it here on a two-dimensional object, but I'm sure you guys see what I'm saying. Yeah, we're definitely getting smacked with some of that. There's no question in my mind. So anyways, then that kept us up in a pretty long-term event for that flare. I mean, that's a long term. It shot it up and straight up. It went everywhere. Yeah, so let's see if we can see that over here on the SDO. So we set on goes. Let's try over here on the SDO 304 and see if we got the same thing. I've got us up to that point. Yep, they all activate. Look at that. And it was from the coronal mass ejection starting to lift, and that just kind of triggered everything else to go. That is some decent plasma. And as you can see, it does get a little longer. You see it whipping on that right side. It's whipping out. Yeah. And then this little guy down here, he's spitting. This MF spitting. You guys see that? He's going pss, 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 pss. See that? Pss. He's spitting too. So yeah, there's no way we're not going to get some of that. Yay. In fact, our best bet, let's check out stereo ahead and take a peek at stereo ahead. Now, stereo ahead is out ahead of Earth. Actually, it's behind Earth, which is kind of ironic because we're over here in this region and it's behind us. So if we see a halo here, then we're definitely going to get some. Oh, yeah. See that halo? Yep. Yeah, the halo comes around down to about here. And you go straight across. So, and we're over in this direction. Yeah, we're going to get that. Oh wait, that's from the other day. Ha! That's not even the most recent one. Excuse me. That was one from the other day. This. Oh, yeah. Look at that, right straight across here, and that's stereo head, and we're literally right over here. Yeah, we're getting that, folks. Whoa, and this right here, this is what happens when the protons smack the satellite. These are protons. So that was a pretty significant flare. When you get that white ashy stuff on your screen like that from the satellite imagery, yeah, that was a significant explosion. In fact, let's go check out LESCO C2 and C3. Back over to spaceweatherpredictioncenter.noaa.gov. It's a little bit user friendly, but here we're going to get right up to our eruption, and it should be right about here. Yep, there it is. And oh look, we got a UFO right there. How you doing, bud? Oh yeah, you see the protons? As soon as I click one more forward, boop, there's a bunch of protons, and it peppers the whole satellite. Let me drag that down just a little bit. See how it's peppering the satellite? It's not super major, but it's definitely there. We've seen it worse before, but yeah, that's a peppering of protons. So yeah, that right there will tell you that we're definitely getting the stuff going on in the north and south poles. Usually, when you see that this white snow, if you will, that's when you'll see the north and south poles doing what it's doing. What I showed you guys earlier with the protons riding down our electric connection line and causing the auroras and all that. Yeah, and high frequency radio blackouts, same thing. Yep, LESCO C3 as well. Now here you can definitely see the shockwave. You can see this halo CME. Now most of it goes this way, but no doubt we're going to get impacted. So keep your eyes open, no fear, and remember that love is the only way forward. So the wolf out.